Okay. Okay. Well, I'm live. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Okay. So, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Let me collect my thoughts. So, who had Sargent Street? Who had Sargent Street? Sargent Street was Sammy, or was it somebody else? Sammy? Sarge. Who had that? Right here? Okay, he accepted, Sammy. We finally got it done. We finally got it done, Sammy. Oh my God, finally. So Sargent Street, Hartford, Connecticut, under contract, or not under contract. Contract sent, offer accepted. $47K to take over the debt.
Wow, finally.
Finally, dude. It literally, well, congratulations to you. It's your deal. It took me seven calls with your agent. 7 calls, and we got it finally. And then, guys, after my live stream yesterday, one agent called me back and accepted my offer. Did you guys see that post on my stream? So all of those calls yesterday, somebody called me back, and we actually got one accepted, and I posted it. So that was really exciting. Marquise is supposed to come up today. Marquise.
I think I'm also scheduled for a call with you to another agent in Cleveland for fits and purpose area.
Yeah. We can definitely do that. We'll do it first. I just want to make sure I bring up everybody who is supposed to be brought up today. We processed like $40,000 in assignments today, guys. It was pretty insane.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for your patience with this guy.
No, this is part of it, man. You just got to follow up, and bro, it'll sell for like, I mean, I've sent it to a buyer at 15,000 already, but we haven't got it under a contract yet, so I'm not marketing it. But who am I supposed to bring up today? Let me check.
Do you mind if I stay on stage silent?
Yeah, for sure. Toddy and Marquise. Yes, Marquise. I'm just gonna handle these people really quickly. Sammy, Marquise, Toddy. And then I'll bring up more people. After, don't worry. Taty, right, Toddy? She doesn't look like she's here quite yet. It's Wednesday. Why does it feel like it does feel like a Tuesday, doesn't it? It doesn't quite feel like. Let's talk about Misty Morning. I will, Suppressor. I will. Let me get through these guys first, and then we'll bring you up. And I also have to see about my own follow-ups here. So my own follow-ups are... Oh my gosh. We got my deal in Montgomery sold. That's another 6,000. And then my seller's trying to back out of my 7K deal. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You remember the 7K deal I have in closing, 1314 Charlotte? The seller's trying to back out, but I've been negotiating with him all morning, and I think we got him back on board, guys. I think it's okay. I might have gotten accused. I do recall us talking about putting in a trust. I think when Lexi called me, she wanted to put in a trust. I definitely was a miscommunication. If possible, would really like to. Yes. It definitely was a miscommunication. If possible, I would really like to extend the actual closing till the latest in May you can go. This is no problem at all. I will be going to base tomorrow to get this paperwork filled out for the movers. The movers are free. I just need to schedule them. Thank you for your flexibility. And I didn't threaten a memorandum. You know what I said? The most aggressive thing I said is this is a legally binding agreement and we intend to move forward with closing. That was the most aggressive thing I said. I actually had to hold back because my knee-jerk reaction, which I'm really working on this right now, but my knee-jerk reaction to a seller wanting to back out of the contract is, I will file a memorandum on your house. I will cloud title. You will never be able to sell without paying me. But I didn't say that, even though that's what my low blood sugar self wanted to say. Instead, I was like, okay, couple deep breaths before we respond. Because guys, why am I peeved as hell? We're 5 days away from closing. We're 5 days away from closing. And I'm like, I want to tear this guy a new one, because how the hell are we backing out 5 days before closing when we've done all of this title work, all of this TC work to get us to this point? So I took a deep breath and I responded and I addressed line by line his objection, and we got him back on board, and now we're good to go. His only thing is he wants to move closing towards as far to the end of May as possible. I will find out when is the latest we can close. Should be okay. I've also gotten approved for my offer on my next flip, and then I've also gotten approved for the loan on my next flip, so I'm very excited about that. I'm briefly going to call our TC about this and figure out what the latest closing is possible. What? That was a weird sentence. That TC not available? Okay, we'll try the next TC. Let me fix my chair, though. I should probably be leaned in, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you, Marquise. Get comfy. Oh, I will. Oh, I wanted to talk to you, Jason, because I didn't get to see your text. Come on up. Come on, Lexi, give me 20 seconds. Hey, sorry, I won't take up too much of your time. Where are you going?
West Virginia.
That's very exciting.
It's really not.
That's like, I mean, there's like Tulum, Mexico, and then there's West Virginia. They're pretty similar.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
It's close. Okay, we'll go quick. I saved 1314 Charlotte. I don't know if you heard, but the seller was freaking out because there was a miscommunication that it was a sub-2 deal, but it's actually a trust deal. And now the buyer's
No, I told him that.
Okay, good. He was gonna back out, and now we just had this big back and forth. His only thing is he wants to close as close to the end of May as possible.
Sure, no problem. I'll talk to the buyer about it. When I talked to the seller, originally he said that he thought that this was an assumption. So then I explained to him.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he said he thought that, but I was like, no, that's not the deal that you got. And then he was perfectly fine with the trust. I told him we can move forward.
Yeah, you know why he's okay with the trust? Because, dude, and the thing is, our initial negotiation is posted on TikTok. He knows that I had pitched it to him. Not a sub-2, but a trust deal.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, no, he's just selective memorying it.
All right, well, no problem. He was cool, though. I can take it from here, no problem.
I guess
we'll make sure it's a trust and he's all good.
I guess the thing is we have to make sure that the buyer is okay closing. I mean, maybe we can do May 15th.
Yeah, I'll run it by the buyer right now and see what he says.
Okay.
But honestly, it's not too far out. We should be okay.
Yeah, that's a month from now. And I know we've been in this for 2 months already, but the seller did want an extended closing. And I would just tell the buyer, I'd say, hey, the seller lost his housing area and now he needs a little bit more time in this property. So we're going to extend until X date. And I would try for May 15th if possible.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him know. And then I'll touch base with the seller too to reassure him we're all good with the trust.
Yeah, it was, I stayed so calm and it paid off.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Well, thanks so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy Tulum. I mean, West Virginia.
Wish me luck.
Okay. Willie, you go tell her yourself you said hi. You go shoot your shot, Willie, okay? All right. Royal Foundation, hi. Our R is here. We can really go through Misty. Just a sec. I've got scheduled people. So I'm not going to do any of my follow-up calls yet. I'm going to talk to these guys. So who's more urgent, Marquise or Sammy? What do we think? Marquise, it's you. Okay, let's talk, Marquise.
I heard my name. Sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, did we had something? You were on my reminders today. What were we gonna do?
Yes, sir. So I called the agent called me today, and he said that he had a couple things he wanted to discuss about the contract and the structure of the deal. I sent him that deed in lieu of foreclosure yesterday, and he had told me that it's something that he legally can't do in the state of Detroit. He can't sign or else he'll lose his license. So I was like, okay. That's something that's already done. I was trying to tell him that it was something that's already done, like before closing, and we can have proof of that sent over before closing and stuff like that. So he just more so is concerned about the like the overall safety net for the seller and just making sure that he's protected, because he brought up a good point. He kind of had me like, I'm not trapped, but I was just like, well, that is a good point, but we're not going to do that. But he doesn't really know. So he was mainly saying like, if we do go through with the sale and then we go in to do some renovations and we just, leave the house a certain way and the house gets deeded back to him and the seller is stuck with that. So he just kind of is concerned about the seller more so being safe and ensuring that everything will be brought up and paid on time and stuff like that. He's not so much concerned about like the overall structure. He just more so just needs more of like a safety net and a kind of like,
Sure.
validation.
I've got if he doesn't like the deed in lieu.
It's not like he doesn't like it. It's just that it's not legal in the state of Detroit, and he just wasn't really he wasn't able to sign it because he said he would lose his license if he signed the way that it was written. And he also said that the language in it states that the property is automatically deeded to us if we were to sign it, which is kind of it pretty much says it in language, so which I can't really say anything about that. So I think he just needs like more clarification on the process and just the overall structure and just ensuring that we're able to do everything and perform all the way throughout the whole entire duration of the seller financing terms. So it was that, and then he also was like kind of pivoting towards like a land contract and getting it signed up that way. And I was beginning to tell him that we really can't do a land contract, but then again, the way I kind of explained, I think he got kind of confused, but I was just like, let me just get my partner involved so that way he can just lay out the overall structure, because it just, I didn't know how to explain it in the correct way. But I do know like land contracts is, we don't hold title or something like that. So I just kind of needed like that.
Yeah.
To come in and just kind of clarify all that for him and stuff and just make sure everything's on the same page.
When I look up as a deed in lieu legal in Michigan, it says, yes, a deed in lieu of foreclosure is legal and recognized in Michigan as a voluntary consensual agreement where a borrower transfers property title to the lender to avoid foreclosure.
Yeah, he told me it was like illegal or something. I just was going off of what he said. And I was like, okay, well, if it's something where you think it's illegal or where you lose your license, then that's something else. So, yeah, I'm not sure where he got the illegal part from, but he just was like, yeah, man, I'll lose my license if I sign that. And I was like, okay, well, I wasn't really aware that it was illegal or anything like that. But
Michigan legislature section 2075.526 outlines its legality. Why do realtors make up words? I would love to know why they did that. So the following instruments written instruments, transfers, property tax exemption, state real estate tax transfer act. Let's see if it says anything about deed. A written instrument given in foreclosure or in lieu of foreclosure of a loan made, guaranteed. I think it's legal. I think it's fully legal. I don't think there's any issue.
And I was beginning to tell him, I was like, we've done deed in lieu of foreclosure, and like, I was kind of building up that, that validation and that credibility. I was just like, we've done this on our property that we start financing deals on. And like, hey, that's fine. That's no problem and stuff. But I get to like, okay, So I'll just get Richard involved, and then
Okay,
just-
so I will. So
partner
it's
involved on the acquisition.
it's Fadi. Gosh, I just don't know why he's saying that.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, Fadi, how you doing?
Good.
So I heard there were some questions about the security instrument. Essentially, I want to forfeit my right to having a foreclosure proceeding and saying, hey, your client is able to reclaim the property in the event of 2 months of missed payments. And then I wanted the closing attorney to uphold that agreement so that they're essentially the decision maker and that it's not based on my agreements at a later date. And that I sign a document now saying, hey, I completely forego my right to a foreclosure, and you guys can have the property back upon 2 months of missed payments. And we could structure that in honestly like 4 or 5 different ways. There's a ton of ways to do it.
So I think my concern with this is that in Michigan, I don't think that's allowed.
It's allowed pursuant to Michigan Legislature Section 207.526. It is legal. I'm going to go ahead and send you the state law right now. But if you look it up like anywhere, I'll read it directly to you. Is a deed in lieu legal in Michigan? Yes, a deed in lieu of foreclosure is legal and recognized in Michigan as a voluntary and consensual agreement where a borrower transfers property to a title to a lender to avoid a foreclosure. So you look this up anywhere, it's fully legal. The only states that it's not allowed in are Texas and Florida.
Okay, then my next concern was it won't be deeded to you until it's paid off, correct?
That's called a land contract, and I can't depreciate my property there. So we get the title of the property at the close of escrow, and if payments are missed, the deed is returned to your seller without a foreclosure process. And what we can do is we could write it on page 1 of the document that says this deal is not to be closed without a deed in lieu of foreclosure, and that can be the first thing that the title company or closing attorney looks into. So I'm not looking to create a difficult situation for your seller. In fact, I just sold my property in San Antonio, and I used a little bit of a different instrument since that's not fully recognized in Texas. But I structured it such that the seller would get payments back, or would get the property back if 2 months of missed payments happened. And I'm kind of hoping that they miss payments so that I get to sell the property twice.
Yeah.
You get 2 commissions in that case. You get to sell the house again.
Right.
I'm going to send you the state law. Super easy to look up, but I'll send you the state law for Michigan. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure they're protected. I wouldn't want them to enter into a predatory agreement here.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone I've showed it to has told me that, well, there's no protections really for my client.
I mean, I don't know why they're saying that. I'm reading the law right here, but another way that we could do it that's even more bulletproof is we could put the property into the trust, and we could keep your seller on as an owner of the trust. And as an owner of the trust, we could easily default the controlling interest of it back to them as well.
This is for NEF, right?
Yeah. There's a ton of different ways that we could protect them, allowing them to get the property back. But what I'll do is,
well, he'd have to stay on the trust in order for the loan to not be called in.
Yes. I think I was confusing this with a separate seller finance arrangement. But yeah, it'll be put into a trust, and he will stay on the trust. But yeah, it's an even simpler process now that he's already an owner of the property. As an owner of the property, the closing attorney simply says he's signed a document that allows his interest in the trust to go back to the seller upon missed payments. So the closing attorney will be your seller's representation against me.
Okay, I guess if you want to send me that law,
Sure.
Can you send me the phone number for the attorney so I can talk to them about it?
Yeah, let me go ahead and grab their contact information. I'll put you in a chat with them now. His name is Jeff, and you guys can have a conversation about it.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. And then once I get a good understanding, I'll try and explain it to my client as best as I can.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to send you a couple different sources for this being legal. The first one is going to be legislature.michigan.gov. So that one's pretty official. And then the second one is just an AI overview from a number of law firms that says, yep, this guy says it's legal, this guy says it's legal, and this guy says it's legal. But we'll send that to you right now.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Talk soon. Bye-bye. I don't know what that was. Well, it's so easy to look this up. Like I literally just looked up, is a deed in lieu legal in Michigan? And it says, yes, a deed in lieu of foreclosure is legal and recognized in Michigan. Like what? Come on, bro. Come on. We can do a little bit better than this, right? Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's send this. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, send it to myself first, and then. Almost done here, guys. I'm just providing a little bit of credibility. Bear with me, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm almost done. I'm satisfying his requests. I'm also letting him know that we closed a $5,000 deal in Detroit like this today. And then let's connect him with Jeff, the guy who closes these. Hey Jeff, I have the listing agent of All right, everybody's squared away there. Perfect. Okay. Wow, okay, so I think that's moving along. That was for Marquise, right? Can you put that email in our script? So I didn't write an email. I just wrote a text message and I just said this. So I sent him some credibility about like a deed in lieu of foreclosure, right? And then I sent him, hey, Jeff, I have the listing agent of the address. He had a few questions about the process and wanted to make sure it was a safe move for his client. Are you able to speak to him? And then I said, Fadi, Jeff's firm closes all of our trust deals. So I was just saying, hey, can you talk? You know, I don't really have much else there. Anyways, something cool that happened, guys. We sold this for $6,000 today. We literally processed like 40,000 in assignments today. But my most recent, I have 2 wholesale deals that I actually got this week. 2 wholesale deals locked in this week so far. So it's Wednesday. I've only done 2 deals this week, but my 2 deals total $9,000 just off of the efforts you see me do in the live stream. So just off of my live stream calls, all those calls I made yesterday, I have 2 deals that are actually in closing EMD in. This one for $6K, seller finance deal. I'll go ahead and share my screen on it. This is the house. The payments to the seller are $550. We have a $70K purchase with $10,000 down. I think the interior is fine. Maybe the roof is a little bit cooked, but we assigned this one for $6,000. Nice little Section 8 deal in Montgomery, Alabama, seller finance. And then I got another deal this week with Devin. That's just a dispositions wholesale deal that I sold. It's a house in Cleveland, Ohio. Harry's paying 64. Devin got it for 61. So total is $9,000 in assignment fees. Another thing that I got this week though is this one. Is this one right here. So I got this one this week, and this is my next fix and flip. So I'm really, really excited about this, guys. So we're working on 3 deals this week. This one was just offer accepted. The other 2 were actually sold. I'll be closing on this, so there's no other offer to get accepted except for when I flip it a second time. Anyways, those are the deals that I'm working on this week. Of course, I have a couple others in closing. This one closed today. My mortgage takeover in Detroit, $5,000 right here. This was a really awesome deal. It was $70K, $12K down. Assigned it for $5K, meaning they entered a $70K deal for an entry of $17,000. That's insane. That's over 20% entry, 25% entry on this thing. Tenant is in place, paying $1,250. It's actually a 3-1, not a 2-1. And we have a payment on this thing of just about $633. So very awesome. Very awesome. Now what I want to talk about, which is another deal I'm working on right now, is something that I don't really know if it's going to go through. Mr. Jason, are you with us?
Yeah, go ahead.
We are working a deal together for a potential $100,000 assignment fee, but I haven't even counted it towards Isaac. Come on, bro. You know, it's not only that. That's just the stuff that I demonstrate. I haven't counted it towards our deals in closing right now because I don't know if the buyer's ready to go. What
I do have 2 buyers right now that promised to send me NDAs this afternoon, and I've got a 3rd buyer seriously on the hook. So I kind of weeded out my scenario, and I got it down to 3 actual buyers that are interested. So if I get NDAs, I'll send them over to you so you can look at them. Great.
Okay, so I guess just keep me posted as to whether or not they're actually gonna. Do you think I should sign it? Do you want me to sign it?
What's our deadline on that?
Well, I really should.
I mean, did we go over already?
Well, if I sign it, I think I have 5 days to submit earnest money.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go walk it tomorrow.
You're gonna go walk. You're gonna drive to the property tomorrow?
Yep, absolutely. That's how serious these 3 are.
Okay. Wow. Great. So maybe I should sign it. How much time should I ask for after
signing? Let me tell you after I walk it tomorrow. How's that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I don't sign NDAs unless you're showing me proof of funds. So if NDAs are coming, then those are serious people.
Great. Okay. I'm going to call him and I'm going to ask for EMD to be submitted. What do you think? 5 days after signing. But to clarify, it's like I think they want 20,000 EMD, and I don't want to put up 20K EMD. So the buyer would have to do it. He has an inspection period after that, and his EMD will be refundable. So it'll be entirely refundable. He submits the 20,000. If he checks it out and doesn't like it, he can get it back probably for the next 3 weeks after that.
And that's what I'm heading up there for. They all requested real live action shots, pictures of certain utilities that I didn't have the answers for, and we didn't have pictures of, and I couldn't get an answer from the realtor. So I'm going to go up there myself, get the required stuff. I've answered all the questions that they've had about vendors and set that up for them with Clayton Homes. And so it's kind of a gift wrap package we're offering them. So I am getting some serious traction, and I'm going to go do what they required.
That's so exciting. I'm going to call the agent right now.
Yeah. That's why I was texting you this morning.
he texts me back. He says he's gonna give me a call back shortly here. But yeah, that's gonna happen. Oh, here he is. Never mind. Hey, how we doing?
Hey, good. Richard, just missed you there. What's going on?
Yeah, I think we're ready. So I just wanted to run over what happens when we sign, because I think it's just about time here in the next day or so. So my guy, he wants to go see the property now. He wants to go. We're about 3 hours away, and I don't exactly know what access instructions look like, but he wants to walk around and actually see the utilities and just see everything that they've said that they've put work into prior to signing it. So he didn't seem like he needed anybody to walk through, but obviously it's private property. What would the protocol be for something like that?
Yeah, I mean, if he just wants to head over there and walk it, yeah, he's more than welcome to. I'll make sure the sellers are aware that he'll be on property. That it's not gated or anything like that. So, I'll just get clearance there. Depending on when he goes, I can meet him down there. But honestly, I don't have construction or engineering background, so to me, I'm just looking at a bunch of stuff sticking out of the ground, right? Like stakes and
he self-manages the other 4, and his last closing for a mobile home park was literally a week ago. So he's the manager on site and owner, so he really likes to control these things. So it shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. Is it okay, from my understanding? I guess just get back to me as to whether or not that's okay, because we don't want to get shot,
Oh, no, you're totally walk it. We've had other people out there to walk it without an agent, and it's totally fine. There are 2 tiny homes that are still on property. Those are locked. Nobody seems to know where the keys are to them, unfortunately, so they're locked. So you won't be able to get inside those, but you can kind of peer in through the sliders and just kind of check them out. Those are just examples. They were supposed to be model homes that were going to be set up, and it was going to be a tiny home community, essentially, was where they were going with it. So you can see a couple of those park models that are parked down there. But yeah, you guys are totally free to go. Just let me know when that would be so I can give them a heads up.
I'm with him now. Let me ask. Jason, tomorrow what time?
I'm gonna leave at about 6:30, so I should be up there around 11 o'clock latest.
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, you guys are good to go there. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions that come up along the way. Were you able to get in touch with Freedom Northwest?
Yeah, I relayed the financing information. I have to ask him what the extent of his conversation was. But after we sign, we have $20,000 EMD due within, what was that, 5 days of signing?
Yeah, I think I had it 4 business days, so
5 or so.
We got the weekend coming up. So yeah,
should be good.
You'll have some time there.
And then
do next week.
That EMD, so then we're entering the financing and underwriting process, and that is the real hurdle that we have to get over, because it's an interesting asset. However, these guys are hopefully accustomed to lending on this stuff already. So we have to get approved for the financing during that time. Is that EMD refundable during our inspection period?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So your inspection period is 25 days. And you also have a financing contingency.
Good.
So you're refundable under both. You're refundable under a financing contingency that runs up almost through closing. I think it expires maybe like a week before closing. And then you have the inspection contingency, which is 25 days. So you're good. You're covered under both.
Good. Excellent. Okay. Well, we will be there tomorrow, and if everything looks good, I will be adding ink to paper there. And then we will go get this process started. Your seller's still on board?
Yeah, we're still on board. And then if you guys need tiny homes supplied, just let me know. One of the sellers, he owns the tiny home company out of Spokane. So he would, be more than happy to work with you in supplying.
He's the owner owns the tiny home facility, company, producer, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so they don't actually make them, but there are they sell them, But they have a big tiny home. It's called Park Model, and they're out of Spokane, Washington, and so they've done a number of tiny home developments. They did one at Northwest Casino. They did another one on the St. Joe River. So they've done a number of them where they actually sell, supply, install these tiny homes. And so they would be very excited to work with you guys in helping actually get those down there and get the park going in the direction that they originally wanted it to go in, which was, to have some tiny home rentals down there. So we can talk more about that as well. That counter that I had sent you, I think it expired. So what we would do is we would just put together another counter and get some ink on it if everything looks good.
Good. I figured it might take until today, but yeah, that's perfect. We'll be there tomorrow, and I don't when it's a big asset like this, I have my flips in closing and I can count on those closing, but this, I guess we'll count it when we're at the closing table,
Right. Yeah. There's still a lot of hurdles. Even if everything looks good tomorrow, you guys got financing, additional inspections, you're going to be doing, I'm sure, cost studies on what exactly is needed to finish it out and get it running. Deposit's going to be refundable through that period. I think we had a closing of like about June 8th, so we're a little less than 2 months, but the inspection is almost 1 month long. So we have plenty of time.
Great. Perfect. Okay. All right. We'll talk then.
Okay. All right. Hey, thanks a lot.
Bye.
Right.
Talk soon. Wow. Now I'm feeling a little bit of confidence. That's insane, man. I mean, if you can, they're ready to go. It's taken me gosh, when did I go to Hermiston? Was that a month ago?
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So guys, the price is 2.7. It's very standard. We're offering it for 2.8. I was looking for 60,000. I think the rest is going to Jason, but yeah, we're just sort of connecting the dots.
50-50.
Oh, okay. We're going 50-50. So we're going,
absolutely, baby.
We're going, okay. He says we're going 50-50 on it. So $100,000 assignment fee. And we're going to see if we can get it done. There's a lot of hurdles. So I don't really know if it'll happen.
Oh,
yet.
yeah. I want you to have your 60K, Richard. I'm sorry. The extra is, it's all good, man.
Are you saying, wait, what's the
You want it to be 60-40 for real? Yeah,
well,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really talk about it too much because it was also hypothetical until now. But the 2,760 I wanted, that is all encompassing, and then anything else on top of it. I'm obviously I'm very flexible. I'm not very hard and fast. So whatever.
That sounds perfectly fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with it. I just want to be part of the project. So
yeah. This is good. I don't care too much at the end of the day. This is proof of concept for us to do more.
Exactly. It is. This has got to be the hardest battle on the front end I've ever seen in any of these transactions, even with my associates. So to win this is a real good staple and proves that no matter what, you can actually wholesale a big bad boy property. So it's exciting as all hell. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, this would be the biggest one I've ever done. The biggest one that I've ever had my name on was the deal I did with Jesimar that actually closed. The deal. So my biggest right now is 2.1 or 2, something like that. But this is, guys, we're talking about 2.8 here. So that would be my biggest one. But Jesimar, we're looking at a potential $100,000 assignment fee. So I don't know, but it's exciting. We had a guy who was like, he said he's only made 9,000 this week, but he forgot the video. I posted. We had $111,000 come in from fix and flips yesterday. It was a thing of beauty. My most profitable day ever from flipping houses. So yeah, anyways, things are moving at an unprecedented speed and I'm very excited. Jason, will keep you posted. Thank you so much for all of your diligent and hard work.
Yeah, man, you too, man. That's how it works, man. The whole platform's a team and it's easy when it works.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. Thanks so much, man.
Right. I've got a buyer at 3 meetings, so I'm gonna hop off real quick. Yeah, I got a video call from my third buyer on this.
Wow.
At 3.
Wow. Thank you so much. Talk soon, okay?
Yep, talk to you later, guys.
Bye-bye. Marquise, we already we got you all settled, right? That was Marquise, was your deal on in Detroit on Winthrop? Yeah. We just spoke to your agent. We just talked to them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good, Marquise. Come back up if you need more help. I have 2 other people scheduled. I think Sammy without the numbers, Sammy, Bruce Lee, Sammy, what were you? And then Toddy as well. Hey, Sammy,
Yes, can you hear me?
I didn't know if we had something scheduled today. Were we going to do something today?
Yes, there's a possible fix and flip with Harry in Cleveland.
Oh, you're we already. That, no, not Devin. You're not Devin. Oh. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I'm having a hard time.
It's okay. I'm gonna put your DMs and bump up the address.
We had made an offer and it was relatively turnkey, needed very minor work. Harry texted me after the live stream and told me that he really did want that deal. So,
Awesome.
You had told me that you might be able to get it at kind of a crazy price. How did that go?
Yeah, they have like a soft agreement on 95, I want to say. It's listed for 130 or 129,900, so it's a 35,000 discount. Harry said, try somewhere between 95 and 90, based on your call yesterday on the live. But the agent is giving me a rough time because he doesn't believe that I'm a real operator in the market. So I said, okay, I'm going to refer you to the founder of the company. And when you put his number on your phone, you guys have done business with. Let me go in your DMs and just drop a dot.
Okay, so good news is Harry owns all of Cleveland, and we have a screenshot of his portfolio here, guys. Everything you see here, if that decides to load ever, come on. Okay, no, not
No, still.
Come on, that's so unfortunate. Okay, everything you see here, guys, there's like 60 plus dots, and all of those are his portfolio. So, so what price did you say you got it for?
Somewhere between 95 and 90. I mean, I said 95. He said, I want, in order for me to take that further, I have to, I want more credibility from you. I shared the POF and I shared the website of the company. I said, we'll get someone, higher up to give you a call.
Yes. So let me call him now.
And it turns out when you put his phone in, you actually have done business before, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to call him right now.
Hello?
Hey, David, this is Richard Taylor. You were speaking to my acquisitions manager on Jeffries Avenue. We were wanting to do a little flip on that thing, and you guys were looking for some more credibility.
Yeah, I don't understand if you're flipping it. It's already been, it's already tenant occupied and ready to rent.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I thought it was vacant. My apologies. Is this a long-term lease or a month-to-month lease?
Well, the downstairs is newly leased downstairs is a new lease, about a year lease, and then upstairs is currently vacant, but it's ready to rent.
Okay. Well, in theory, we
got it up at 129, I believe. The seller's not going to go way below that.
Okay. before we get to that, I still think the flip might work for us, because if you have one unit that's occupied but in good condition, that's fine. And if the other unit needs a turnover, we can do that. It was mainly that the exterior looked like it needed a little bit of work here, but you know, our back end buyers, when I flip this thing, would be in this for 150 all day long based on comps. So I think we wanted to get it somewhere between 90 or 95. I don't know if that's something your seller would consider.
That's probably going to be too low. That's like a $30,000 over $30,000 cut.
Yeah, that's where we need to be to
So,
flip the deal. But given the days on market, you know, 200 days on market.
Yeah, because these the rentals, they get like $1,000 a month each unit.
Yeah, that's great. Well, okay. I'll send you our portfolio and LLCs so you can see how many properties we own around Cleveland. It's like 70 at this point. If anything changes, I'd love to do a deal with you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay. Sammy, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna text your agent Harry's information, because Harry does have a shit ton of properties over there, and he sent me a screenshot of all of them. So
Sorry, that lead wasn't warm enough. I apologize. But
no, it's okay, man. Come on, that's part of the process. And it doesn't mean we're not getting it. It just means we're not getting it right now. You know, I have a call after this where the seller flat out rejected my offer, and then 3 months later he's calling me back and he's saying he wants to do a deal with me. So you know, we might still get it.
okay, we'll let them bake, I guess.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say?
I said, like, let him bake. Let him stay on the market.
Let him cook. Let him cook. That's right.
Let him cook.
Let him cook, he says. Okay. 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 And then I'm going to send him this. We're almost done. And then I would give him a call back if I were you in a week.
Okay, fair enough. Just a question on Sargent Street. They signed and they're sending you the contract, or they haven't signed it?
They verbal agreement, contract sent. Follow up with Sargent Street now to see if he received it. Oh, I also just got a mortgage statement. So the contract is currently with your seller. The seller has the contract, and the agent responded to the contract with the mortgage statement. So we have, let's see if I can find that. So I sent him the purchase and sale agreement, and he responded to me, or at least he said he responded. I'm going to look up his email. Let's see. I'm not seeing the statement in my email. I just texted him that. But the sellers currently have the contract. I read over it to make sure it was perfect. And man, you've got a good deal, because the tenants will pay like $5,800. PITI is somewhere around $3,600, and we've got $47K down. So I really think that we could assign this for anywhere, but it's between $12,000 and $15,000, man. And honestly, Jesimar's buyer would be the one to eat this.
Oh, all right. Now I would. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. This is great. This is really good. Talk soon, okay?
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. Toddy, you were next. How you doing, Toddy?
Hey, Richard. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well today. What can I help you out with?
We were talking with the realtor yesterday for the property in Sefner.
Yeah. Would you mind pinging me that address again in my DMs? Well, maybe I have it in here. Hold on.
It's in your text messages.
Found it. I got it. Okay, bear with me. I got a ton of tabs open. I'm going to close all these crazy tabs we got.
No worries. She said she originally said that she wasn't, like, the seller probably wouldn't be interested in a sub-2 or a seller finance, but with the deal I worked with her in the past, they ended up like flipping around. So I don't know. You never know. But she was interested in maybe an assumable mortgage.
Right. Are we converting her from assumption to a different method of taking over debt?
Yeah, I think that's what we were gonna try to do. I just told you that I've never really done it before. I've only done cash, so
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy to call and shoot my shot here. I'm just closing all
appreciate
these
it.
crazy tabs we have. Oh, and this guy oh my gosh. We have so many good follow-ups to do. Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna see some really great calls today. I have some really, really cool things scheduled for you to see. Just stay with me. I've got you, I've got you, I've got you. I've sold you, I've sold you. And then that doesn't need to be there. So we've got this, we've got that, and we've got that. Very exciting. And you are Flora Blue. Flora Blue. It's an interesting word. Okay, so let me understand this a little bit better here. The seller has an interest rate of, 2.8.
She said it was 2.8. Yeah.
2.8% interest. Beautiful. Okay. And while they may not be open to it, how much do you think we could offer to take over the debt?
I am honestly not sure. She just told me what they owe.
What do they owe?
She said 342. So it's a lot.
And they've got an asking price of $439. I don't know what I saw in this earlier, but I'm a little bit confused because it rents for $2,480 and the payment will probably be about $2,500. It does have a really good interest rate and it doesn't need to cash flow. It doesn't need to cash flow. The payment will actually be significantly lower. The payment will only be about $2,000, but even though it doesn't cash flow very much, it's interesting because it has that really good interest rate. The only thing is, if they owe $342,000 and they're asking 300 or 440, there's a $100K gap between their mortgage and their asking price, and they've only been there for 20 days. So we could take over their debt, but I just don't think we could pay them out all of their equity to take over their debt. So I would imagine that the realtor is going to say, "Hey, maybe we're open to somebody taking over the debt, but we need $100,000 down for us to do that." What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We didn't even honestly get that far. She just brought up the assumable loan, and that's when I tested you on seeing if that's something that you would even be interested in, just because of the interest rate was that low.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. So that's the only hurdle. It's not the deal at all. It's the seller's equity. So the seller has 100K in equity. We could probably give them upwards of 30K down. So there's 70K in equity that's not being captured there. The only other problem is we can't make the monthly payments because then we'd be deeply negatively cash flowing with monthly payments. So we are essentially banking on your seller taking a $70,000 decrease on the deal, which is a hard pill to swallow. And then beyond that, a portion of the seller's down payment would go towards paying the realtor. So I don't know how I think I was thinking it was more low equity than it is, but I don't know how to phrase this in a way that they're going to be receptive of. I'm open to call her, but now I'm thinking rather than getting over the mortgage assumption objection, we need to get over the equity objection, which I don't really know how to do because it's a fair point. Hey, you do have $100,000 in equity, and I can't deliver you that equity. Maybe they've been on market for a while. Actually, they
It
have.
hasn't. I don't think it's been that long. She texted me about it because we've done some deals in the past, so she wanted to see if I could kind of make something shake since I did before, I guess.
So actually, they listed the property for sale a year ago for $490. They listed it an entire year ago for $490. Then they dropped it all the way to $419. It didn't sell. They listed it again in late March for $440. So I think what we can ask about is we can say, "Hey, remember when you were for sale at $419? What happened? Why did you change that?" Because now they're for sale 20K higher, even though they didn't actually sell there. So One could make the argument that it could be worth something in the high threes, given that it didn't sell at 419. So I guess I'll give her a call and I'll ask.
Yeah, that makes sense. They also said in the chat that you did say you had a friend that might want to move to Florida. That was a possibility too. I don't know. I just know it's all over the place, so I just thought I'd ask.
I did say that, and he actually responded. What did he say?
Bro, I'm so happy that you even thought to think me and send me anything. Thank you for that. That's super ironic.
I don't have time to listen to his minute and 40-second voicemail. I'm calling him. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, Richard?
How you doing? Hey, I'm on the live stream, and I started listening to your voicemail, but I was like, you know what? I'm live. I don't know if I can listen to this right now. So I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a call. But I didn't know exactly what you were looking for in Florida, but I have a lot of leads in Florida right now, people who are asking me to take over their debt over there. Do you have a preferred city?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so are you familiar with Florida at all?
I mean, we do deals over there, but I've never been to Florida.
Oh my gosh. When I moved there, bro, you got to come kick it for a week.
Yeah.
Dude, it's paradise. Yeah, you'll love it. I can tell your vibe. You'll love it. You'll fall in love with it. You probably want to move. Huh. But yeah, man, it's just palm trees and, there's no winter. It's just summer and water and boats and fishing, just nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so preferably what I'm looking for is I'd like to not have an HOA. If it's ideal. I don't really care if I have one. Like the one I'm going to see on the 24th has an HOA. Florida's a little different. They have HOAs, but they really don't do anything. Like they don't care what you do. It's not like here. So I would prefer no HOA because I like to live off, the land, like with big garden, chickens and stuff like that. I don't want to piss anybody off and have any issues with chickens. That's my ideal. Mm-hmm. If it has an HOA, no big deal. Anyways, I'm kind of looking. It would be right next to Northport, actually, is what it's called. Northport and Port Charlotte, I think is what it's called. Port Charlotte and Northport. And then there's a city that's 10 minutes away from that. I'm forgetting the. Here, let me ask my wife real quick. Hold on.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm on a live stream right now, and I have to keep a constant stream of yap to keep people engaged. Would you mind texting me the cities? This one's more of a very basic residential middle-class family home, so probably not what you're looking for. Now I know you're looking for something with a bit more land in it. That can probably be sourced, but if you send me a list of cities that you're interested in, I'll call you if something comes up.
Okay, so let me just make it easy. I'm cool with anything, to be honest, because I'm looking for two places. I'd like to get one for me that's ideal. I'd also like to get one just to have my parents close. So if it's the regular, traditional, residential, that's cool. I can do that. I can move over there first, find something later, and then have that one for my parents. But anyways, as far north as I'm not even opposed to St. Pete, which is a little bit south of Tampa, from what I understand. And I'm not opposed to Sarasota. I used to live in Sarasota. And what's the one that had the big hurricane a few years ago? It's right next to Sarasota. I forget what the name of that city is. I'm cool with that. So I'm pretty easy, man. I just want to be in a place that's not near flood zones. And yeah, I'm pretty easy. So I'm kind of right there on the south part of Florida. Usually it's a little bit hidden from hurricanes, so you don't really have as many issues over there. Okay. But that's it. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, and I got 5 people, me, my wife, 3 kids, so I'm looking for over 3,000 square feet, preferably, upwards of maybe 35, but if it's 3, I can make it work. Sure. And yeah, so I know you're on a live, so I won't get into all the specifics, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at, man.
I'll let you know if I find something.
Thank you so much. I'll text you in a bit.
Talk to him. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so probably not this one, but then beyond that, we got a hard hurdle here. We got a hard hurdle. So I'm essentially calling your agent to let her down easy and say I don't think that there's anything we could do, unless the seller's willing to sell for a price that would have worked for us. So I will call.
Yeah, honestly, and even if that doesn't work, she's the type to come back once she realizes that you were right, and
it is a bit of a low
ball.
ball. It is a bit of a low ball, but we'll see. I'll call Kelly. I'll call Kelly, and we'll talk. It's ringing.
Hi, this is Kelly Donofrio with eXp Realty.
Your girl Kelly does not want to talk to me, but essentially, here's what I would relay to her. I'm going to write you out a little thing to send her, okay? This is what I would say.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I saw that the property was for sale at $419,000. $419,000 in November, but didn't sell. I see the comps are higher than this, but the market really dictates what it'll pay. I could help your seller out of their debt on this, but I really can only put about $30,000 down to take that debt over. The issue I see here is that your seller would be selling for something in the 300s. I'm not sure they're willing to accept that. Although it seems like they were getting I would send them that, and if they're open to a discussion, we'll talk.
Okay, thanks, Richard. I appreciate it.
Yeah, best of luck. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna jump into some calls right quick. I've got a couple people to follow up with here, so this is exciting. Who had the big apartment complex in Austin, Texas? Who is that? Was it my deal? Dubem? It might have been Dubem. Who was interviewing you? Oh, that was Ingrid Hernandez. She's like a sub-2 girl. Okay, so let's call. I don't remember the situation here, guys, but oh, it's you? Dubem, were you the one working on South 5th? It's a apartment complex in Austin, Texas. Was that you? Yeah, okay. I got a text back from your guy today. What did he say? Gosh, I can't stop hiccuping. So Dubem, what did you talk to him about?
Essentially, I just sent the offer to after he sent what's it called, the offer memorandum. So I just sent over the offer. Then he went through it and said he was going to get back to me. Then when he did, he requested for a call. And that was it.
Did we talk about creative finance on it?
Yes, I sent him a creative finance offer.
What was that offer?
It's in your DMs.
1.7, 170 down, 3,700 per month. Oh, we looked at this relatively recently, and the problem is there's not much gap, but you can increase the rent here. So the rent could be higher.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I hope I can stop hiccuping here. That would be so great.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Hey, Brett, looks like we're playing phone tag here. I'm just calling you back about South 5th and Austin. We had sent you a seller finance offer, and I was going to see if that was something that your client was interested in. I don't know if that was something that they wanted to take a look at here. I think the main thing for us is I'd buy this outright at your asking price, or when I say outright, I guess I mean with the loan. But my mortgage payment is kind of what you guys are bringing in rent right now, so it doesn't become very good use of 20% down. Anyways, I'm hoping to connect with you here shortly and see if we can get something done. Only 3 hiccups during that voicemail. That's nice. Only 3 hiccups. Okay. It's gonna great. So yeah, he didn't pick up the phone, but he did text me. So we will talk soon. Yeah, you can Baldov G. I don't know what your name is, but yes. And sorry, Dubem, go ahead. Yeah, my lender is cool with assignment fees, Mora. Dubem, are we all good? We just follow up with this guy and we'll just have a conversation with him.
No problem. I'll try to also get through to him on my end.
Okay.
See what's up.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And Mike, that I don't think Joseph lender. No. It's a different lender. It's actually a totally different lender, and he does accommodate the assignment fee, so that was no problem. And oh my god. Oh. Hiccup. That's called Hickaway. Hiccup straw. Introducing the Hickaway straw. Clinically proven? Wow. It works? Very weird. Okay. Well, let's move on. Dubem, I guess we'll just keep following up, okay? That's how it goes. Oh, Harry's calling me. Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. Guess where I'm about to be?
Catalpa?
Catalpa. You're psychic. Yeah, I'm about to be at Catalpa.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know how it looks.
Well, let me know. I'm working on your other deal. I'm seeing if we can get that to you. You got the other one assigned and in closing or something?
Yes, I got the assignment agreement. I have my TC working on it. I'm looking forward to that close, 2200 East 81st. Honestly, good deal. That's a good one. I'm excited about it. And then let's if we could get the second one, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping. It's a little hard with these new wholesale disclosures in Ohio, but we're working on it, man.
Cool. Well, hopefully I'm doing whatever I can to make it easy.
Yeah. Oh no, you're great, man. I got buyers backing out on closing day, man. So you're oh my god. Yeah, buyers and sellers backing out on closing day. It's great.
Sweet. Pulling up to it now.
Ah, good.
It's still standing.
It's still standing. A miracle. Well, hey, I'll catch you later. Okay.
All right. Later. Bye.
All right. Bye. I think they're gone, guys. I think I'm good. We won't speak too soon. Okay. Dubem will follow up. We've got a couple others here. I got some calls to do, guys. I got a couple calls to do. So don't worry, we'll get to all these people. So I talked to that person. We talked to that person. I need to call this seller. I called that one. And then I think I have one more. Everybody's got different methods to get rid of the I'm free, whatever. Okay, so here's a seller who I spoke to in January. I spoke to the seller in January about his house in Indiana. He's coming back to me now. It looks like a really good looking house. It's in Plainfield, Indiana, and I don't really know what Plainfield, Indiana is, but as I zoom out, it is Indianapolis. Gosh, it is Indianapolis. So it's an outskirt of Indianapolis, which is not bad. Looks like a solid house. Looks like a solid house. I don't have any complaints with this house. It looks like a good house. Yeah, it's a good property. So we got a good property here. They are in debt at, well, I don't know, seemingly 2.9% interest. Am I sharing my screen? Let me share my screen. Yeah, Kenna, I'm good. What's going on? I'm all good. I'm all good. Yeah, but looks like he has most of his mortgage on a 2.9%, but then it's saying he has some mortgage modification things here. I don't know if that's the case. We'll find out when I give him a call, but let's read the message. I live in Minneapolis. I own in Minneapolis. It's an awesome market for me. Hey, Richard, we spoke a few months back about possibly seller financing my house. It was towards the tail end of completion, but I ran out of funds, so it didn't work out. I have a weird scenario to run by you, though. If you're open to it, I'm looking at trying to find an investor for a home equity arrangement. You front me the money in exchange for a percentage of the house. Well, that's not what I was hoping he was calling me about. I'll take care of renting it out so your hands are clean. What? Man, I'm gonna be honest. I can source these things just fine myself. I can rent them out just fine myself. If you're wanting to get involved in something like this, it's super easy. You're just wholesaling. You just want to wholesale these properties. But I think we're jumping through a lot of hoops here. And remember, they don't cash flow. So if you put a tenant in your house, it loses about $800 a month. All of the other ones are the same. So that doesn't exactly provide any value there. But what you can do is you can source deals for real estate investors and get paid that way. Waste of time. I don't even know why I read that. Do I have another one? Bridget. Yeah, I do. Sergeant Street just texted me back saying there is an inspection. Yes, I do need to inspect in case there are major issues in the property. As is does not imply that there does not imply no that there isn't an inspection. It means that your client won't make any repairs. But I 100% need to see the interior and exterior. I won't be asking for them to renovate, but I need to know if there's any major issues. Okay. And then I do have a couple others here. We had sent an offer on a deal for $4K down. I don't know if they're going to even consider that offer, but they said they might. And our mortgage statement. We finally got the mortgage statement. So here's a mortgage statement, guys. Ooh, $38.50 regular monthly payment. Interest $2,000. I guess it's okay. It's a little bit less cash flow than I had wanted, but it's okay. Okay. I was hoping it would be less than that, $38.50. But I guess it's fine. It's fine. $38.50. The tenants will pay $5,800, right? So there's a $2,000 gap or so in there. So that's okay. That's okay. And then I think I've got another one here. Oh, look at this. We might actually be getting something like this accepted. So I'm going to call this guy. This is about the property that I called yesterday on stream. I called yesterday this house in Davenport, Iowa. We offered $4K. We offered $4K to take over the debt. It's this thing right here. I don't know if they're open to it, but I will go ahead and give them a call. All right, this is $4K down to take over a quadplex needing some repairs. You can on Discord. You can see my screen on Discord.
Hello.
Hey, Ray, it's Richard. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, just calling you back. Got your email. They were asking about the credit scenario. Unfortunately, you know, given that the debt stays in their name, the way that we structure it is, you know, if payments are missed, which is never the intention, but you know, I don't know if I'm going to get hit by a bus tomorrow or not. That the property goes back to them. So I guess that's the downside to this sort of sale.
Right. And there's got to be a downside. You know, I mean, if that's what I was just going to explain to them is the fact that, hey, you know, you got to take some risks here for you to get out of this thing. And this is kind of could be a win, and that's just the risk they're going to have to take, I guess.
I guess the alternative is giving it to the bank, but then that also kind of, you know, you've got a foreclosure on your record.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. These guys are young guys. That's kind of what they're trying to avoid. So that's what I'm just going to try to get things. So what is your next step? You want to put something in front of them?
Yeah, I'll send them an agreement. They'll put eyes on it. And I mean, the last one that closed was today. So I had this exact same arrangement closed today in Detroit. I've got another one closing on Friday. So yeah, I'd love to add this to the arsenal.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you want to put something together, and then send it to me, and then I'll get it to my people, and we'll try to make this thing work.
Perfect. Yeah. Just get me a mortgage statement so I understand what the mortgage is and what that costs monthly.
Yeah, I will work on that tonight.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Talk soon. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Richard Taylor.
Hi, Richard. Brett Silverman. Chris is International. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Been playing some phone tag today, huh?
Yeah. I guess we were talking about this Austin, Texas. How many units is this thing? Like 10?
So 6 units, but there's ability to add more too. It sounds like you're more in the assets, multifamily asset class.
Yeah, I like small to medium multifamily. I have a collection of anywhere from 4 to 5 units to single family properties. So yeah, this thing's right up our alley here. I guess the only thing that we were running into is that the PITI, if we get a loan on it, is kind of above the income of the property. So we were proposing a short-term seller financing arrangement to your seller.
Yeah, so I got the details pulled up. Sorry, I'm kind of out about it. So 1.7, 170K down, monthly on it, 72 months. Yeah, I mean, I think it's well within line of something that we've discussed before. He owns the property outright, so a financing option is definitely on the table for it.
Excellent.
I know you mentioned something about the taxes previously.
Yeah.
Austin,
Oh my God. $24,000 per year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and it's what the TCAT value is.
Yeah, just sort of how it is.
Right. It's the most expensive market in Texas.
Yeah, this is totally my fault, and I definitely don't want to force anybody's hand here, but I'd love it if my payment were $500 less. I had no idea my tax would be that high. I own in San Antonio, I own in Tyler, Texas, and Houston, Texas, and man, is it different over there.
It is, yeah. I mean, the values just skyrocketed and they kind of come back down with our market, for the most part, especially on these kind of assets that aren't homesteaded or anything like that.
Right. Do you think that he would react adversely if we lowered the payment by 500 and just saying how stupid I was not factoring in those big taxes out here?
Yeah, so I hadn't brought it. We've discussed owner financing before. I hadn't brought the full details to him yet. So that, I understand making that adjustment to it and, what it looks like for you. But, I think it is something that he would be open to. Might ask for a little bit more down or, a little bit trimmed off the years. But either way, I think there's a possibility of getting there. So I have a plan on meeting him tomorrow evening or maybe Friday morning. And we can present this to him.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah. I guess just drop that payment by 500 and that's totally good. Did you guys get proof of funds and portfolio from me?
Nope.
Okay.
You want to send that over?
I'm going to, yeah.
Sure.
I've got 28 doors right now and I'm liquid for the down payment. So I'll send you a screenshot of all that.
Okay. That sounds good. If you want to send that over and some details on your finance.
Yeah. Absolutely. I post my entire process on social media. So I'll send you my Instagram as well, just if you want to see what it is.
Yeah, no problem. These are multi-family's not doing great in Austin right now, because of the taxes on it. So these are below market rents in some ways. You probably get another $200 or $300 a month once they start rolling off. And absorption's picked up quite a bit. We're not building units like we were before, so you should be able to get a higher monthly on those units moving.
Great. Yeah, I heard that it could be raised to something like 9,000 per month here. Okay, let me send you over portfolio and proof of funds, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Sounds good, Richard. I appreciate your time.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. So I got all these people in the chat. Chat saying, do a money spread for us. Where's your Rolex? Show us your cars. And then the next one says, I want to see success right now. Dude, that call and the one right before it were two accepted. Not accepted offers, but he's telling me that seller financing is okay for a 7-figure 6-unit, a $1 million 6-unit in Austin, Texas. You understand that that's a $20,000 to $30,000 finder's fee right there. So, dude, if you're like, where does this check come from? This is $66,000 that I got 2 days ago. That type of money comes from a big deal like this. So that right there is success. That is what it sounds like. So I'm really, really happy about this lead moving forward. It sounds like they're interested. We've lowered the payment by $500 per month to them. And I'm just going to go ahead and reiterate that right now. Where's my guy? Was that Dubem? Dubem, was that you? Kenna's posting confusing comments today. Okay. Dubem, that was you. So that's great, man. That's moving along really well. That's a really big deal right there. Okay, and then we're gonna send this to the guy. So South 5th. Lower the payment by 500. There is currently a woodpecker destroying the side of my house. I'm gonna have to handle that with the airsoft gun here shortly. I can hear him knocking. You hear the knocking? I'm gonna have to handle that. I'm just fixing my offer here. You hear the knocking? He's drilling a hole in the side of my house. We need the portfolio. We need proof of funds. Then that bird is done. That bird is done. Okay. And then February bank statement. Okay. Wow, that's moving forward. I'm gonna make that yellow in my CRM, just so I know that that's happening. Where are you? 5th. Do I not have you? 5th. Where'd it go? 2. There it is. Much more success than yesterday, guys. Yesterday was not going that well. Okay. So that's going well. Boom. Fixing the font right there. And then agent interested in offer. Okay. Wow. That's moving forward. I'm really, really happy to hear that. Hey, guys, can you give me like 2 minutes to go end this bird? There's a woodpecker just tapping on the side of my house, and they're holes. They're literally holes in the side of our house. I can't. This is hooked up here. Poor bird. Guys, my house has holes this big, like maybe 7 of them on the outside of the house. I gotta get rid of that. Hold on. Just a sec here. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm so sorry. We just couldn't tolerate that. The ARV was decreasing. Dude, I didn't kill the woodpecker. What did I do? I couldn't see it on the side of the house, but I knew it was there, so I shot at the ground and it flew away. I made some noise and it flew away. But I'll tell you, I've hit it before. I have hit it before. I hit the woodpecker before, and it like spiraled to the ground and then it flew away. Like it was like, and then like fell to the ground, and I was like, I got your ass, because I've never hit it before. I hit it one time, and it's an airsoft gun. You guys, like, I've shot myself with airsoft guns before. Like I posted a video of my buddy just absolutely drilling me with an airsoft gun. It's fine. Anyways, it got stunned and then it flew away. But no, dude, if you saw the holes in my house, they are this deep. The holes are this deep. Oh my God. No, it's bad. It's really bad. Like it's definitely at least like $10,000 of damage. But okay. What were we doing? We had to do a contract. Remember that other agent asked me for a contract? He asked for a contract, guys. Let's go. Just one question. Don't worry. I'm going to stay here until 4:30. I'm new. What do? I make money. No, I'm a deal finder. I find houses for real estate investors. Okay. Okay, so we're going to make a contract. So guys, do you know how to do a mortgage takeover contract? I know a lot of you guys have questions about how to do contracts. So I'll show you right now. I'm going to share my screen. Pam's like, yeah, I know. So you go to hashtag contracts, right? Contracts right here. Click on contracts. Go to the contract section. Click file, make a copy. Make a copy. And now you have your copy. Now you can edit the copy. Grab the address. What's the address? I'll show it to you. The address is, I forgot. It was this one from yesterday. You guys remember when I called on this yesterday? Well, surprise, surprise, they want a contract today. What do you use for a CRM? Dude, I literally use a Google Drive document. It's not a CRM. I say it's a CRM, but it's a Google Drive doc. I don't use that. Not even a real one. My team uses a real one to track your deals, and they use Monday.com. So Monday.com is how we track our actual deals. But for my little side hustle, you guys are seeing my side hustle. I just put them in a damn Google Drive sheet. Okay, so let's do the contract. Guys, don't take my deal. I'm being very nice, and I'm showing you what the address is. I'm telling you what makes this a deal. Okay, who are my experienced deal doers in the chat? You guys tell me if you think this is a deal. Here are my experienced deal doers. So this thing needs about 10K rehab, maybe 15K rehab. It needs, I don't know, it needs a boiler, and it needs like a little bit of rehab in a couple of the units, but it's a 4-unit property. I got it for 4K down. What do we think? I think I could sell it for 5K assignment. Do we think that's a deal? Yeah. Okay. I got it for 4K down. Deal, but operating. Do you mean operating expenses, or is it operating? It's not operating. It's vacant right now. I think each unit would rent out for 700. So I think it would bring in 2,400. And I think 2,800, right? Yeah. I think it would bring in $2,800. And the payment on it is like 1,600 maybe. At 4K down, you know, somebody buys it. They put in 15K rehab, and they've got a fully renovated fourplex, and they entered it for 4K down. I don't know. I might cancel the contract on this, but I think it's worth shooting my shot. But they said yes to the offer today. You guys just heard it. And you know what? You know what's cool? Guys, I made 4 phone calls yesterday. 3 said no, 1 said yes. That's off of Zillow. I know that some of you think I only do deals off of social media, but dude, I pulled one. It's possible. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the contract for it now. I'll show you how. This is the property address. I just grabbed this off of Zillow, hopefully a 5K deal. What's my purchase price? Well, they're massively over leveraged. They owe like 120 on it, or 115 or something. Yeah, they owe 114. So my mortgage is 114,200 plus 4K, so 118,200. My earnest money, I'll put down $500. My approximate mortgage, 114,200. My cash at the close of escrow, $4,000. My close of escrow, May 15th. May 15th, 2026. My closing attorneys, yes. My seller is Trevor Sebin. Trevor Sebin. They both probably follow me because they're in their 20s and they're in real estate, which means that you've seen me. Brett Baxter and Brett Baxter. And Brett Baxter with an E or an O? Baxter. Baxter, yeah, cool. Next thing is just the buyer. My personal LLC, not my company LLC. I transact personally under GT Properties Group and Tacoma Street LLC. But my company is Grant and Taylor LLC, and sometimes I transact under them, but not all the time. When I'm buying rentals, I do them. Address, can't share that. Phone, can't share that. Email, you can have my email. But I just want to say that this is not immensely heavily monitored. That's one thing I need to get better about. I don't monitor my email as much as I should. I do look at it, but not that much. This is in Iowa, so command find where it says Texas and change it to IA. Go down to the bottom of your contract, find your date section. My date says January. Let's change that to April 17th, even though today's not the 17th. Why? Because they'll probably sign in a couple days after they think about it and do their spins. Spins are just the things you do in between signing. You just do spins. It's not that anything important is happening, just spins. Okay. And then my contract is done. All I do is I go to my editor on Apple and I just throw my signature into this contract, which is really simple. Tools, annotate, text. I don't even use DocuSign. I literally just use Apple. And then I put in my initials. There is one thing I'd like to take out. That. I don't want that there. Now I download it. Okay. I have way too many PDFs on my desktop, I know. I need to get rid of them. Okay, I'm just filling out the contract here. And then my contract goes directly to the realtor, and then the realtor sends that to the seller, who may have their attorney look over it, which is fine. I may also include one additional piece of language in here, just to kind of outline what it is that we're doing. Okay, that's all signed by me. File, save, done. And then I also have I've got to email it to bro. Oh, let me include that other piece of language really quick, because there was just one other thing I wanted to include here. Let's write this here. So I wrote this into a previous deal and I thought it might be helpful. So I filled out this contract today for Sargent Street, and then in Sargent Street, I wrote this little blurb. Perfect. And I'm literally just going to put that right here. Why is it so big? Why does it look like that? Just a sec, guys. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. Almost done here. I don't really like the way that that looks, but we'll take it. I'm going to make it yellow. Okay. I really don't love that, but I'm just going to put that there just because. Definitely not my favorite thing to do, but I just want them to be, because this agent doesn't know what it is that we're doing, so I have to make sure that he understands. Signed agreement. This agreement outlines a sort of partnership between myself and your client in which I buy the rights to the property through a trust. To clarify, this would offset your client's DTI, allowing them to qualify for new loans. And then I will text him and say that's sent. Who is that for? That was for Ray. No. This agreement is for 320. Yes. Agreement. Sent to your email. Okay. And then I have another objection here. Correct, but you did tell me about the inspections. He didn't want that. Oh. Unfortunately, I do need to inspect. It's a bit of a red flag if your client won't let me take a look. It doesn't say anything about you being able to not back out. What happens? I had an inspection report. As it would work in all real estate transactions, if I back out, I lose my EMD. But yes, I can back out at any time, just as anybody could in any transaction. There's no forcing anybody to buy a property. If there's a big issue, in the house, I won't be able to close. I need it relatively turnkey. I'm okay with small issues. Okay. Oh, wow. Today Bilbo's making noise. Oh. Somebody's sound is on. Sorry, I muted him. Gosh, are we all done? So much to do. I think I think we're okay. Yeah, I'll take some questions now. Let's spin the wheel. No. There's more to be done. We're gonna take questions now. So I'm gonna talk to, well, I don't think I need to talk to Dubem. I was just calling to let you know that your agent just called me and it went well. Right?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Gizmo, we will do contracts for you if you don't want to do it yourself. Go to Buy Box Cartel, go to your dashboard, and then click Auto Contracts. We'll do the contract for you. Next, I want to say was probably Bilbo with a really quick question. He said just a 1-minute question. What's going on, man?
What's up, my guy? Please don't shoot when I ask this question because you kind of answered it also. But it's a wholesale deal, and I'm filling out the contract right now, and it says cash at close of escrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what I put there, whether I put just my earnest money or do I put the total sale price.
What type of deal is this?
It's a simple cash deal. Got the guy down to 165.
Oh, you could use that contract, but that's a creative finance contract. So I would use our cash contract rather than the creative finance contract. But here's a question. Is it with a realtor?
Yep.
So have the realtor send you the contract. The realtor's job is to send you the contract. But if they refuse to send you the contract, you're using the cash contract or the creative finance contract. I would use the cash contract. So I'm going to drop a cash purchase and sale agreement in the chat for you now. It's a lot simpler. The reason you're confused on that is because that right there, what you're looking at is that's a creative finance contract, man. So I'll drop the cash contract in the chat for you.
No, I'm be honest. This contract was a template I got a while ago, and I was just using a service called Thanks Roger that lets you like send it back and forth to your sellers really easily. So I don't know. I guess that is all encompassing if it has cash at close of escrow.
So yes, that would be the. I guess it's nuanced now because that is intended for a down payment, whereas normally your lender pays the down payment. So I just put a purchase agreement in the chat for you. This is a cash purchase agreement, but first and foremost, I would go ahead and see if they would send you the contract themselves.
Right, put them to work. My fault.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's good that you're taking action. And then Luke, I'll take a peek at your deal. Yeah, no problem, man. Best of luck to you. So Suppressor, you're talking about some sort of mobile home park. What's up with that? Can you hear me, Chris? Mr. Chris Suppressor.
Yes. Okay, cool. Yes. Give me 2 seconds. I was just on the call. Look, can you send me everything, Cheyenne? And I'm coming up. I have another meeting here, but yeah, send me everything to my email, and we'll see what we can do here with these 569 units.
Yeah.
I think he's on a call. I think Suppressor's on a call.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's on a call. Let's talk to Sammy. Hi, Sammy.
Hey, how's it going, Richard?
I'm doing well today. How can I help you?
Hey, so I've been talking to a seller. He's a sell by owner. I just sent you the address. It is a quadplex in Texas, and I talked to him, and he agreed to some terms to take over his mortgage, but he does have a DSCR loan. I don't know if that's feasible.
We just closed. I think it'll be okay, man. I'm gonna be honest. I used to think it was not, but I honestly think it'll be okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it cash flows very well. If you want to take a look at it. but he did already agree to the terms. I did mention trust acquisition because he was kind of skeptical about the due on sale clause, and I went over his asking price with some payments towards him, but he basically accepted the offer already. I just hadn't sent him the contract because it was just question. I didn't know if it was feasible or not.
Yeah, that should be okay. The main thing that I would like to know more about is the condition. It does look like it is in a little bit of distressed condition, mainly with the floors. The floors look like they may not be. There's little gaps in between them.
He said it's pretty much turnkey. He does have a link on the Zillow listing where you can see some videos of the inside.
Yeah, I see it. It's not bad. I think it's okay for seller finance. I would just ask him. I'd be like, hey, I noticed there's like a gap in between every single LVP floor that you have here. Is there like is it just like water damage or just not laid very well? And I'd ask small questions like that. But let's hear about your terms. It looks like they're asking 200,000. What'd you get it for?
I offered 215 with 25,000 down and 250 a month towards him.
215 with what down?
25,000 down.
Okay, 25 down, and then your payments are
250 towards the seller. And PITI is 1360.
Oh, you've got a loan.
Yeah, he has a loan.
It's a hybrid. Okay, so you pay 250, PITI is 1300. How much is owed?
129 is still owed on the loan.
Okay, 129. And is it $250 indefinitely? Like, do we just pay that indefinitely, or do we have a balloon on the 250?
A balloon of 5 years.
Okay, so is the PITI of 13 something inclusive of the 250 or no?
No, that's separate.
So
but it can possibly bring in 3,200 a month. That's from what Zillow
okay.
says.
Yeah, I think that's feasible. I think it's just that balloon, man. That balloon is inconvenient. You know, it's a little bit of an inconvenient balloon. Do you know how much the balloon payment is for?
He only has about 60,000 equity. So he's listed at, so I believe it's about, I took a screenshot of my terms here, but I don't have it. I don't got the remainder of the balloon balance. Let's see if I can work it out real quick.
Yeah, I would say that I would say it's fine. The only thing I don't love is the 5-year balloon. If we could get rid of that or extend it, that would be great. But at the same time, maybe we can shoot our shot.
What would you like to extend it to, 6 year or?
Yeah, anything above would be more helpful. But if he says no, we could still shoot our shot at 5 years. I think investors just don't really want to refinance in 5.
Okay. I believe you can give him a call if you'd like. I told him I was gonna get back to him on that because I told him I wasn't sure if we can take over that DSCR loan. But
I'm gonna try to prioritize.
ready to-
We can take over the DSCR loan. What would really make your deal a slam dunk, man, is if we just didn't have a balloon. Is if we could just pay that off indefinitely. So maybe you could increase your offer and just pay him more indefinitely over time. You know, maybe he's willing to just keep taking payments. Oh, $250.
So keep that loan basically to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just it's a little bit unfortunate to have to pay a balloon and refinance a second mortgage because you're not refinancing the whole thing. You're just refinancing equity. So we're taking out another mortgage for his equity. So that's just a little bit of like but dude, your deal would totally sell if you didn't have that there, and it might even sell with it there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, let me talk to him. And I did have a really quick second question.
Sure.
I did call an RV park with the distressed seller. She's looking to retire. She seems like she's a lot older. but I never got a hold of any financials from the park because they were looking for proof of funds. So I don't know. I did talk to Jason about this. He might have a buyer for it, but I just never got any financials from the park because the broker was looking for some proof of funds. So I don't know if that's something you're willing to help with.
We
can get something done
dude.
with that.
I got a screenshot of my bank account in the Discord right here under hashtag proof of funds. You can grab that right now. I can also update this.
Okay, yeah, I know. I just didn't want to like use them and not, use your team to display it or anything like that.
We'll just try to work with us on the back end, and then technically we're partnered up on the deal. But I'll update POF right now, guys. There's now a new screenshot of my POF in here with more money in it and a more recent timeline. So there you go. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else I can help you out with.
Yeah, I just have one last question. I don't know if you've came across a point of sale in the state of Ohio.
What are we referring to?
I have a pocket listing from an agent in Shaker Heights, Ohio. It's more like a single family fix and flip, but she said she had mentioned this one clause that's called the point of sale where they have an inspection done on the house, and basically either the seller has to fix it before it's sold, or the buyer has to put money down to the city of what has to be fixed in order to sell the home, fix the things, and then whenever everything's fixed, the city will reimburse the buyer. So I know it's kind of a weird situation. So
sounds like the house is about to be condemned. I bought a house that was about to be condemned, but they said the city needed us to fix some things. I fixed them and it was okay.
This house does need like about 80 to 100 of rehab though. So I don't know if
it sounds, can I see it?
Yeah, I'll send you that through message.
Yeah, send that over to me.
Yeah, it's a really good spot though for ARV as a single family fix and flip.
And then the other thing about Ohio is, remember, you have to notify them that you're wholesaling in Ohio, and they have to sign the wholesale disclosure for Ohio. So I can drop that in the chat if you don't already have it.
Yeah, I don't have it actually.
So that's
please.
We can do it. In fact, I have 2 in Ohio where they've actually signed the disclosure. We have 2 that have actually worked with the disclosure. So it's possible. But this house sounds like it's just a very, very big project.
Yeah.
So maybe if the ARV is there, but remember the ARV in this area of Ohio is usually like 150, 200.
This one is like in the 400 to 500 range.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just sent you the address. It's not on market because obviously it is a pocket listing, but
so what do you think what do you think you could get it for?
They were asking $275. I think maybe like $250, just because all the work it needs maybe from like 80 to 100.
I don't know about your point of sale thing and that. I honestly can't advise you there. But I will say this. If you could put 80 into that property and sell it for a profit, we can shoot our shot at it. But I will say you have 2 hurdles. I don't know about your point of sale, inspection, condition, city requirements. I'm sorry, I don't know about that. And then the other thing is you need to get that disclosure signed. So you could say, hey, I'm wholesaling it. And if the agent's okay with that, then great, we can wholesale it. And let's say your ARV is $450,000, $500,000. If you can renovate this thing for a profit and sell that, yeah, somebody might shoot their shot at it. But I will say the flips that I'm seeing in today's market happening are much, much, much cheaper. Usually people love to flip like $200,000 and below because the interest rates are so high nowadays that most people have a hard time affording the mortgage payment at 6.5% on a $450K house.
Gotcha.
So you can flip houses like this, but the buyers are lesser because it's more of a risk. So you totally can, and there are flippers for that. but it requires a high level of rehab, not just getting it into livable condition, but luxury condition to sell to a person who wants to buy it. And it's also a risk because you're selling to retail buyers, and that's all about design decisions and price points. So, very feasible. Not typically a deal that we do here and Hold My Hand Wholesale as much. Usually those flips happen when interest rates are lower. Like when you have interest rates in the 2s and 3s and 4s, great. That's awesome. We can flip houses in that price range all the time. But now that interest rates are between 6 and 7%, I see cheaper flips happening to accommodate for buyers who are subject to those interest rates.
Okay. Yeah, it totally makes sense.
But it's possible. Remember, if you've got a slam dunk deal, you've got a slam dunk deal. So go comp the property, go figure out your ARV. And if you can buy it, put in rehab and exit it for a good amount of profit, probably over 100,000, probably at least 100,000. The reason I say that is because it's a big ass project. So if you can make 100K on this flip, and if your offer is at 70% of ARV minus repairs, great. Let's shoot our shot and see what happens.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I appreciate all your help, man.
Best of luck, man. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
See ya. Bye. Hey guys, quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. My fiance and I started doing this last to help pay for our wedding in June. Made $3,000 so far. Sent 5 offers today. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Kenna, you got off to a great start. Got off to a really great start. Quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, guys. Is Richard still online? Yeah. Believe it or not, guys, I've been live since 12:30 today. I've already been live for 4 hours. I did a podcast with Ingrid Hernandez before this. But one sec, I'll be right back. Oh. All right, I'm back. How about sending fix and flip to Buybox Cartel? So guys, we assigned like 30, 40K in fix and flips today. I posted one of them in the Discord. One of them was in Birmingham. One of them was in Memphis. I know for a fact that one acquisitions manager, Almira, sold 2 deals, one for 95 and one for 7,500 a day. So that's 17,000 from one acquisitions manager. And those are both cash deals in Memphis and Birmingham, Alabama. So Memphis and Birmingham, beautiful markets, guys. Beautiful markets. Okay. Anyway, Suppressor was on a call. We'll talk to him now. Suppressor, are you available?
What's up, dude? Yeah, man. It always happens. Every time you put me back on, I got a call. I got a call like 3 minutes before, and I was like, okay, wait, I got to know what the hell's up with this deal. A $51 million valuated property at $37 million. It's like, what? It's $20 million. What? Equity? Like, what?
Bro, I've never done a deal anywhere near that size. I'm afraid I can't advise you on that. You're talking about a $20 million deal?
Yeah, this is $20 million of equity spread in that deal. There's 50. They paid $51 million. They just recently renovated. There's about like 3.4 million of capex left to do with like a couple of roofs, but that's it.
You're always going for the biggest things in the world, man.
Right? I go for some crazy stuff. But hey, I got a bunch of off markets too that I just sent you. If ever you want one of those, just tell me whichever one. And I'm thinking of picking up there's a quadplex in there. I already put out an offer, just waiting for it. But they're all cash offers, none of them creative. But one of them has like $100,000 of equity in a quadplex that's actually zoned as a 5-plex. So I might even just go and move there and become an operator at the same time as just running the fourplex. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Misty Morning. This has been 4 months. And okay, so Ingrid's got her eye on it. She put out an offer. We have 3 other offers going, but I was like, you know what? My boy Richard's interested in these things. It's in Indiana, though. It's a little far, but it's at him. It's like literally the deal of a lifetime. This is why I still want to pick it up. Like, if you want to be the end buyer on this, or at this point, you can, but I want to partner up for it. So my partner, she doesn't have the bandwidth for it, which originally we were going to pick it up. But the deal is we have a bankruptcy in there. We need to get them out. So that's about like $270,000. There's another cash buyer that wants to be cashed out. And then the other 2 are carrying their equity forward with 10% profit share in that. So there's about like $1 million needed to close. It's right now we have it at 1.5 million. And basically it's evaluated at 1.9 million. We're going to get an appraisal done soon, but that's where we're in the process in. And I sent everything to your DM. So if you want to, you could share it on screen and share all the everything.
Okay.
Let me switch computers. I don't mind. It's been on contract for so long.
Yeah. Just a sec. This agent is asking me to send everything I sent him for the other one we're doing, the 6 unit, in terms in his email. So I'm just copying and pasting this over to email.
Got rid of the ponytail, man. No more ponytail.
Yeah.
I had a bad date, bro. She was like, dude, you're so hot. But no, not that ponytail. I'm not having it.
Wow.
The things we do, right?
Okay, so I've attached the offer and credibility information below. Let me know of any questions you may have. And then he also wanted the POF statement. So bank statement, just a sec. I'm sorry. This agent was blowing me up. Where'd it go? There it is. February bank statement. And then okay, I think that's okay. Sorry for the interruption. Let's see if I want to make an offer on that. So I guess I don't really want to step on Ingrid's toes, but we can learn about your deal here. You have I guess I don't fully understand it. It's a mobile home park?
It's mobile home park, RV park, storage unit, facility, and campgrounds. It's everything. And it's currently like mismanaged, like there's no tomorrow, man. You have the full due diligence there. So, yeah.
So
you could show anything else but the full due diligence.
Okay. It's important to note that I am just starting to get into really expensive deals. You know, when it comes to, I guess it's not just a mobile home park. I mean, you have a mobile home park with other uses for it. When I see a single family or a multifamily or even a big multifamily, I look at it and I instantly know. When I see a mobile home park, I'm just like you guys. I'm like, well, maybe we could do this, but I don't really know. So that, I've got $100,000 assignment fee pending with this mobile home park that we're walking tomorrow. But I just want to let y'all know that Jason is taking the reins here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, guys. I am just guessing. I can run cash on cash return, but I don't really know what's important and what's not important in these big mobile home parks yet. I'm still learning. I just toured my first one last month. I toured a couple others last week. So if we have a mobile home park here, man, I mean, I can underwrite for numbers, but man, I'm not, this isn't my this isn't my realm, and I also don't even fully know what I'm looking at here. EdgePoint Realty, Real Estate Investment Group, direct to seller. I don't know if even that's even
Okay,
the right.
those are the off markets. Those are all the off markets. That's just a huge list of off markets. If ever there's one that you with their pictures, if there's one you want to pick up for a fix and flip, they're all in the Midwest.
Okay.
These are all
Oh
direct
no,
to seller.
the woodpecker's back,
the
guys.
woodpecker's
Oh
back.
my god. Oh my, sorry.
Yeah, he wants to get into Richard's house. Yeah, Jason would be awesome to have up here right now, but I think he's a little busy.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. Bro's drilling a hole in the side of my house.
Bro wants to be part of the show.
Dude, it's
He
insane.
heard the live stream.
I don't know if you're hearing the knocks, but it's like, it's terrible. Okay, so we've got this campground. I'm pulling it up on Crexy. I don't even know what I'm looking for, man. I don't know how to advise you. This really is, I do small multifamily and I do single family.
I've gotten to know the space pretty well, and I can start advising on these kind of things. Like our he was actually even interested in possibly partnering up, but right now he's stretching himself a little thin. But we worked the deal together. He said, yeah, this is a good deal. Dustin Kircher, who is the underwriter for all of Sub 2, said this is an amazing deal. The only thing that there is that we're purchasing the LLC. It's all about the structure of the deal that makes it like that complicated. But if you want to visit the Gamma, which is like the first thing, that's kind of like an OM presentation that I pretty much gathered all the financials that we had, which is the top thing. The first link there, that Gamma, you could show the whole chat that if they want. That pretty much has all the information and how much it's going to be worth in like a pro forma of like a year. So if we just remove the bad operators, because this is just a story of bad operators, and now we finally have the financials in place for a full T12. I even have the lenders in place. I would just need somebody that wants to partner up. If we can get Jason and you on this, that would be amazing.
Dude, get Jason on this, man. I'm looking at your pro forma here and I'm like, this is just going over my head, man. I don't know how to advise you. So I haven't put in the legwork necessary to understand large assets like this, and I'm dabbling in it right now. But it's. I mean, guys, it's important to know that this is what I'm looking at right now. Like I'm looking at. Look at this. Like what? This looks like this.
Units.
This is like reading a dictionary. Like, dude. I think I'd have to sit down and study this for a long time to understand it. So I'm sorry, man. I just don't know how to help you. If RR can help you, that would be great. But I'll say this, Suppressor, you've been coming up here for like an entire year. I've got this big deal. I've got that big deal.
Yeah.
I've got this big deal. Has one of them closed yet?
Nope, not yet.
So what?
This is the one that I've had under contract for ages now, and it's just like literally 4 months under contract. Can you believe that? Have you ever had a property 4 months under contract?
No, because usually I call it quits before it gets to that time. But man, we had a deal in Huntsville, Alabama today, get assigned for $6,000. Another one in Birmingham for $7,500. We got one in Memphis for $9,500. That's the great money. Yusuf, 20,000 in a single week of closings. Man, I would focus on smaller properties. I'm not saying to forget this, but maybe work up to this point. Like maybe do a 10-unit mobile home park, like a really simple cookie cutter mobile home park, and then do a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one. But this is just very overwhelming to me, and I know you understand it better than I do, but I would just say maybe think smaller before you think bigger, because you're going after these really, really big assets. and they're complicated, as you're seeing, and there's a lot of moving pieces, and the buyers are far and few between. So I've tried stuff like this before. It's not that it doesn't work, it's that it's a completely different game. So I would just say that it's a lot lighter of a trigger to pull when the house is 100K. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's why I got all those Cleveland off markets. So let's try to close one of those. Just look through the list. If you say, yeah, this one, Chris, this would get it, I can just call the seller directly and be like, yep.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking for. So I see a couple in Cleveland right now. This one is so we got a single family owner occupied. We got a quadplex for 120. Fully gutted and renovated by owner. So that's fully renovated for 120. It's a quadplex. It says pending. Dude, get one of these.
Are getting bought.
Get one of these under contract and show it to me, okay? I think you know what our buyers are looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's I'll just run over it really quickly. If you have a distressed single family in Cleveland, Ohio, we're looking for ARV. Harry's not your buyer. Harry likes distressed multifamily. So distressed multifamily in Cleveland, chances are I have a buyer for you. And then if you have a different one, if you have a turnkey single family or turnkey multifamily, 25% to 30% cash on cash return preferred. And you know how to estimate that. But yeah, man, if you can just bring one to us, even if it's not under contract, even if you're like, hey, they would accept this offer, I'd be happy to review that with you.
Let's do it. Yeah, this week I'm going to focus on a couple of off markets too. I got like an auto dialer that called a bunch of leads. So I have a ton that I have to get back to.
Yeah. Here's Pam says it's insane how many free and clear multifamily are in Florida. It really is. That's great. But anyways, suppressor. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't advise you on that. I'm just learning this myself. So I started this community for small multifamily, even big multifamily. You know, we'll do a 15, 20 unit multifamily every once in a while. But yeah, my bread and butter, man, is like 1 through 10 unit properties.
Yeah. Small residential.
Yeah. And now I can advise on flipping. I couldn't really advise on flipping previously. Now I can, now that I've done 3 of them. So yeah, guys, that's kind of what I can help you out with. But you know, all of this stuff is possible. And I know we have other people in the community like Jason and Steven who are equipped to do these things.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We have a couple of deals with Steven already in the works. But I'm going to focus a lot of my time now on getting all these like smaller duplexes and quadplexes because I actually want one for myself. These are easy to get. There's also an 11 unit mobile home park in Alabama that we are actually, I'm bringing that up with JD and hopefully bring that to RR and have him purchase it. It's at an 18 cap. These things make a lot of money, man. And this is like not that big of a park. It's like for $370,000. It would be at a 16 cap. It would net after debt service coverage, everything, $32,000 a year.
That's great, man. That's great.
That's not bad. It's kind of like, I think, pretty good. It's like a 20% cash on cash return, which is what we're looking for, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, hey, let me answer some of these other questions, but keep pushing, man.
Sure. It's all good.
Talk soon.
Thanks.
Devin, you said you had to show me a deal in Detroit. Now that is something I can advise on. What do you have for me? Indiana Street? I can't hear you right now. Can anybody else hear him? I do see one on Indiana Street, Devin. Multifamily, 75 days on market, rented. Both units were rented for more than $1150 just 2 years ago. Property is ready to be rented with new tenants. Perfect for house hacking. Interior looks to be not bad.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Interior doesn't look bad. I could probably.
Yeah, one's going to be size 75, and I think the other one's going to be at 77. 5.
What about
Or they might be able to be at 75.
what about Indiana Street? What do you think that'll be at?
I think that one's going to. They're both the same price. I called them both today, and so on Indiana Street, that one I offered 77.5, and he said that he would take 75K, and he said it needs maybe 10K, but probably closer to 5 or 7. It's one.
one hot water heater and 2 furnaces. And the roof is fine. The property management said they've been managing it for the last 6 years.
What's the ARV, do you think?
I didn't run them on this one. I need to though, but I'm guessing that I'm thinking like 160, 175.
Let's check. I'll share my screen on the comp. It's a 4.2 to 2,200 square feet from 1928. So guys,
on that one, I think he was asking for on Indiana Street. The question that I had is he was asking for proof of funds with your name on it.
I got that. So bear with me though. I'm gonna comp for you. So multi price had a low. Oh, am I a comp here? Wait, did I just flip here? Hold on, I think I just... Isn't Tacoma Street like right here? I could have sworn. I think I own one of these houses. Yeah, I'm familiar.
You still own or you flipped it?
I flipped. Yeah, okay. So 200 right there. Home type multifamily, price high to low, past 12 months too. Whoa, where did the time go? It's 4:09. Holy shit. What? Guys, this is my longest live stream ever. I've been live since 12:30. We're damn, not my longest ever, but 4 hours. Holy shit.
Yeah, you crossed 5 o'clock a couple times a while back.
Yeah, okay, when we first started Hold My Hand Wholesale, some of these guys will remember I used to do 5 to 6 hour streams every day. Just because I couldn't get enough of it. I was just like deals.
Hungry.
Okay, so yeah, your ARV definitely could be, well, you've got a lot of houses selling for between 125 and 130. I think that would probably be a good place to be. So yeah, I think 130 is a safe ARV here. What do you think you get it for? 75?
Yeah.
I'd like a little bit more of a spread, and I don't have photos of the roof, but the roof on the back does look, I worry that the exterior needs a lot of work.
Yeah, I can see that.
Interior doesn't need too much work. A lot of this stuff is salvageable. I feel like, well, I'll tell you what, get me information on the roof and the mechanicals, because I don't know. And also that deck in the back probably needs to come down. That deck looks frail, flimsy as hell. So I think
the upstairs one?
Yeah, I think the deck in the back and there's 2. There's a top and a bottom, but those look really flimsy. Probably need to replace that. Interior is largely okay. Just finishing touches on the interior, making it look pretty again. But yeah.
You think closer to like 70 would be better?
Yeah, I mean it's hard to wholesale a deal 15K below list when it's listed at 89. It's 14K below list. We're 14K below list right now, and it's been there for 75 days. So, I would jump at something like this if you got it for 65 and I could buy it at 70. But there's a couple question marks in the air for such a close spread right here. Because remember, if you got it for 75, I'm in it for 82 off the bat, and that's if I give you a tiny little assignment fee of 2K. So I'm in it for 82, and then I put in another 20 or so. Now I'm in it for like 105, and I'm selling for 130. So there's a lot of inherent costs in just buying one of these things that I'm going to accrue, and holding costs as well. So I guess it would be great to get something like this at 65. But hey, tell me about the roof. What I'm thinking is 10K on the interior would make it really pretty. New deck, or maybe just rip the deck off, but that seems to be how you enter the back unit. So probably need a new deck. That'll be like maybe 5,000. I think we likely need a new roof just because it's kind of sagging in the back there. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'd have to get photos of that. It's a flat roof, so I can't really see it from the front of the house. But
yeah, I asked the guy about it, and he said that they haven't had any issues or any leaks, but I told him because of what you've ran into, where some of your buyers just want a new roof because it looked crappy. So,
well, what I would say is, something like the bathroom, am I sharing my screen on the bathroom? Can you see the bathroom?
Yeah, the around the window looks like trash.
Well, so just a couple things here that could be issues. Stuff like this does have to be fixed. If you get an inspection and it looks like that, they just want it pretty. They want it pretty. So stuff like that has to be fixed. And I think that's all throughout the house. I think the house is largely just in that condition. And then, yeah, you had mentioned around the window, but here's a question. See that discoloration?
Yeah, possible leaking.
Yeah, that's my question here. And then when I see things like you painted the faucet, I'm just like, it looks like they did lipstick on a pig on this one.
Hack jobs, yeah, hack jobs.
Yeah, so it's like if you get a distressed house, you can make it look relatively okay, but I'm nervous. I get vibes from houses, and this makes me feel weird. I do want to show you what I'm buying right now. My most recent deal that I got accepted, I'll show you because this is just
The 77.5 one.
yeah, this guy right here. So you see the exterior and it looks gross. You know, it has that weird, gross exterior. I know I need new siding. I know I need a new roof. I know I need to do something with this deck, maybe paint. It's unclear as of yet. But as I look in the inside, let's go to the bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom.
It's what I'd call it is you can tell the attention to detail by the contractor for sure.
Yes, attention to detail is exactly what I would say. You know, you look at how the window attaches and how the shower is put in and the hole that they cut for the shower to be in and the mirror and how everything is screwed on, and you can see that there's no gaps on the exterior. So it makes me think you did a good job, and it makes me think there's skeletons in the closet in the other one. So I'm not seeing anything that's like, oh, that's not a deal, but I need more clarity. I need more clarity. And then also, is that a for sale by owner? No, it's not. No, it's not. Sometimes those for sale by owners are really interesting deals, but yeah. So this is what I most recently am going under contract for, and I love it. And something else I'll show you that I would really love to go under contract for, like condition wise, what that might look like. I'll just, regardless of price, guys, I will show you what I would love to do in terms of multifamilies right now. So multifamilies, let's price these things high to low. Let's take a peek at some ugly ones. Let's see what you look like. Okay, so this gives me a bad vibe. Why does this give me a bad vibe? Why is that so slanted? This whole thing is falling off. And then also the windows up here, yikes, the roof, yikes. So I have a bad vibe off this right now. It's not entirely dead. And then interior, I like the interior. Yeah, so the interior is okay. So this would be okay. This would be okay for me to do. I would consider something like this. But the exterior is a little bit interesting. But this is definitely on the, I mean, you see that right there too. You know, that looks bad too. Oh yeah, that's got to be water damage, huh? So this is on the edge for me. This is a maybe for me. I wish I had photos of Sanford Street, because Sanford Street is really what I'm looking for. So this guy, house looks janky. I wish it had better bones. This is really scary. What is that? What is that, bro? Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know. This also looks like a box of worms, man. So well, it's not the worst in the world, but there's stuff to discover for sure. And the drop ceiling, the warped drops.
I don't like the drop ceilings. There was one I passed just because it had a drop ceiling.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, what's going on in here? So it could be good.
So yeah, no, that one I'll put a question mark next to, because the one above that isn't better condition, but it definitely needs a little bit of rehab. But the one that I sent you on the 15th, that was one that the agent said nothing under 115, and then I was like, not even 105, and then she's like, okay, well, you can send me an offer at 105 and I'll try. And I was like, no, it's okay, I'll just pass. And then they dropped it to 90, and I think I'm getting it locked up for 80. So, and it looks better condition, but they have a tenant that they're evicting right now. So
this could be good. I would love it if you got something like this at 60, because here's what I'm guessing. So I think it's going to be 10 on the interior. I think it's going to be 5 for the deck, because the deck is like multiple stories, right? I think that the roof probably needs a replace. That's 9. And then the rest is a question mark. I just don't have too many photos. I don't know what else could be wrong. The floors can be salvaged. Those are fine. We got the bathroom that needs work too. So I feel like this would be 30. Well, what are we at now? I feel like it could be like 32 to 35. I feel like 32 to 35 on the rehab. And I think if I buy it at 70, I'm cutting it a little bit, or 75, but I got to pay you a fee. So I'd really like you to get something like this at 65. Then it makes a lot more sense to me. But I do need more details on the mechanicals, the roof, and then the deck in the back too. But I honestly think the deck is a goner.
Yeah, well, I'll tell him based on all of those things and see what his comeback is.
Yeah. Let me know what he says.
Okay, appreciate you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay. Would you wholesale a property that has foundation issues? Potentially, but that is really scary. That is one of the scariest things. If I were thinking about buying it, 9K for a new roof. Yeah, 9K for a new roof. That was what I paid last time. Plus or minus $1,000, you know. Hey, Luke, what's going on, man?
Hey, Richard, thanks for having me.
What's
So I recently just sent you something on there, and I actually just started following you very recently and came to your live yesterday, and I sent out a bunch of offers to agents and got a accepted offer at 70% of the asking price on a Section 8 turnkey property.
Oh,
And I
you're
sent you
in the money,
information on
bro.
where it
You're
was-
so in the money. Is it Liberal Street?
Yes.
Oh, you're in the money. You're done. I say so many times over and over and over again that if you just get one of these at 70% of what they're, bro, that's insane. Guys, it's an 85K, beautifully turnkey property. I see recent updates. The updates look to be done well. I don't see any immediate issues in the property. I'm just going to check for crime. Have you checked spot crime?
There was no shootings in the area. Were a few assaults.
Oh, I don't care about that. Yeah, that's fine. Dude, this is our most common type of deal. Perfect. I could probably sell this for you now. So
I guess my question really is, then I don't really know the steps after this. Like I kind of just, like you said yesterday, like just go shoot your shot, and I did, and then it came through, and then now I'm like, what do I do?
dude, this is so great. He's taken action before he even knows what to do, and you're gonna make $5,000 to $7,000 on this, guaranteed. But let me just check your deal really quickly to confirm. You got it at 63.
60.
You're gonna make 8 to 10. You're gonna make 8 to 10, bro. I guys, think. I can't share my screen on the property, but think perfectly turnkey. Think perfectly turnkey. New windows, new siding, roof is good, new floors, new paint. 85K, 4-bed, 1-bath in Detroit. It's listed at 85. He gets it at 60. He gets it at 60. Guys, from the deals that I saw assigned today, look, I don't even necessarily want to pre-sell this. And the reason I don't even want to pre-sell it is because I think you will get more if we just blast it out to everybody. I think you're 150% getting this done. The only thing that could kill your deal at this time is if it's somehow hidden, like leak or foundation or like a major roof issue. That would be the only thing that could kill this at this time. Now I will tell you exactly what to do to get this thing accepted here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have the agent send us a contract, and we're gonna send them the terms that we need to include on the contract. So it's gonna be $60,000. We pay all closing costs. We can do 30-day close of escrow with we'll do a 6-day inspection period. I am getting a DSCR loan, so we need a financing contingency. And then I can submit we'll do 1,500 non-refundable, refundable EMD post-inspection. Send that to him and he will send you a contract. If you're worried about signing that contract, I will bring you up tomorrow and we can review the contract he sends you. And I may sell it right here on the live streams. But dude, that's so perfect. That's such a gem. So exactly what we're looking for. No notes. This is perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll send this over to him and see what he says.
How hard was it to get that?
Honestly, not very hard at all. I called, left a voicemail, he didn't answer, and then I texted him with a follow-up with the offer, and then he replied just saying that he accepted and the seller accepted the offer.
And what was this? Your first outreach? No, you must have done a different outreach before. Was that your first ever outreach?
For that property?
Just for any property. How much outreach have you done? Because
I started yesterday and I've done like 7 outreaches, and I was the only one that replied.
Whoa. You started outreaching. You started doing agent outreach yesterday?
Yes.
What? I wish I could show people this because it's so perfect, but I can't because you literally have $8,000 here. This would sell for $8,000. It'll literally sell for $8,000. And if you guys are like, why? Your cash on cash is over 30%. It's not Corbett. It's not Corbett. It's something else. But yeah, no notes. I mean, that's perfect. So for somebody listening, like Suppressor, think about how easy it could be. No need to go after like 15, 20 million dollars. Like, I get we can do that, but man, that's 7 outreaches for 8K, bro, for 8K. And it's just, you're gonna save so much time, energy, and effort for doing something like that. So that's all I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'm gonna schedule you to come up tomorrow at about 2 p.m. PST. Is that okay?
Yeah, that should work.
Perfect. And guys, do this in Huntsville, do this in Birmingham, Cleveland, if you can get the disclosure signed, Detroit, Michigan, Memphis, Tennessee too. Memphis, Tennessee. Love Memphis. Got a lot of closings in there right there. Nice, Jason. That's cool. Okay. All right. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Luke Elliott.
Okay, I added it.
Don't share your address with people because, dude, people will try to sell your deal. As unfortunate as it is, there are people. But how great is that, man? Go do it again, and you'll literally be making $15K a month.
Sounds good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, it just blows me away. It just blows me away. To think that people are actually working 9 to 5s for $3K per month. The average American in the United States receives $3,000 per month, but you could probably make 10 calls per day and replace that income times 5. 10 calls per day, 10 per day. You're not going to have to work a job. You do need to know what makes a deal so that you're not locking up shit, but that's a very short learning curve and you figure it out. I mean, this is great. Rowan says, I'm about to cross 1 year in the group and I have made over 100,000 and hoping for 250 by the end of the year. You just don't need to get a job, guys. And honestly, even if you do get a job, it's still going to be hard to live. It's just insane. How do you find a good house to wholesale? Well, start by taking the courses. What is the best scenario to get 70% of it? So Kenna, that could work on a multitude of different properties, turnkey and distressed. There's no perfect scenario. It's more so just a numbers. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. What are the comps going for? Chris, I'm not really thinking about comps, but I would imagine they go for what it's listed for. It's listed for 85. I bet they go for 85 to 90K. We got it at 60, and I think my buyer would love to pay $67,000 to $68,000. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyways, Luke, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, and we're gonna get that thing sold. Okay.
See you tomorrow. Thanks.
Absolutely. Send that to the agent. The little blurb I sent you. They're gonna send you a contract. Do not mention anything about assignability. Okay.
About what?
Do not mention anything about assignability. Just send him what I put in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, don't say anything about that. Do you still have the thing that I put in the chat?
Yeah, I copied and pasted it.
Okay, perfect. Send that to him. He'll send you a contract. We'll get it done.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Talk soon. Wow. Okay, 5 hours or 4 hours live. What are the details of the house needed to dispo? You just need it to be under contract for us to send it out. But how do we replicate what he did? You make calls. If you guys want to see another one that would be similar to this, I'll show you right now. So something that you could get that would be great, the type of deal I see all the time selling for us is this. So here's Birmingham, Alabama. And I'm just going to find something ugly in here. So I'm going to price it max at like $80,000. I'm going to price these things high to low. I'm going to scroll. I'm going to click on a random property. These are pieces of land. Let's click on something different. Wow, Birmingham is really significantly more expensive. But here's something. I feel like we could do better than that. Let's up the price a little. Birmingham is way more expensive than Detroit. Okay. 141 day, 114 on Zillow, 10 unoccupied. Okay, what about this guy? I don't have photos. I'd really like to see what it looks like. What is that? It's a weird property. Very strange property. Weird photos of that. Come on, give me easy photos of a property. Yeah. That looks great. Yeah, get this thing for 60K. Get this for 65K max and you'll make a lot of money. 70s, slight risk, but still feasible. But something like this for 65 would be so cool. They've been there for almost 3 months. They're approaching 3 months on Zillow. So, offer them 65. You never know what's going to happen. If they say no to 65, maybe you can offer to take over the debt. If they don't have debt, maybe you could offer to make the monthly payments, right? They do have small debt, so, you probably want to go with the cash offer on this thing. But yeah, something like that could be really, really awesome. Anyways, can you explain? Sorry. We have your buyers. You're simply our army to find the deals. Give me that. You guys go find it. Gosh, I wish I could find the deal that we did today, because we actually had one assigned today. I posted it in the chat. I added everyone. Yep, here it is. You guys want to see? This is listed for, this is a $9,000 fee. Check it out. Which student got that? Who was that? Who got that deal? $9,000? Are you kidding me? Who got that deal? It's been there for 56 days. And y'all got it under contract for $67,000. Somebody got this for 67 and we sold it for 9. I don't fully understand why it sold for 9, because it's not a great cash on cash return given that it's tenant occupied, but it did. So, what's the Section 8 website? I'll link it in the chat for you. But I don't really, honestly, I will be honest, I don't use it as much as I used to. Here is your Section 8 rental website. Wow. Michelangelo the Turtle just somehow heard you say that. Okay. Let's give away something, guys. TikTok from today flopped. Let's give away something. All right, random trivia. What do we have today? Oh, geez, these are all really hard. These are all so hard. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. 3, 2, 1. Who jumped from the stratosphere in 2012? Who jumped from the stratosphere in 2012? Yeah, this guy. Baumgartner or something? Baumgartner? Yeah. Yeah. So Noah, you are the winner. I actually watched that in class. I was in class. I was like 11 or 10 years old in class, and I saw him. I saw him do that jump. It was pretty crazy. All right. So you're the recipient of our wheel spin, and if you're wondering what our wheel spin is, it's a wheel spin. So some of your prizes are quite desirable. Some of them are not as desirable, but every day I spin the wheel. And every day it lands on something, and we're going to see what it lands on for you today. So today, what's it going to be? Oh, God, of course it would. You know what it landed on, bro? Landed on the Apple Watch. We're buying you an Apple Watch. That's the most expensive one there, unfortunately. So it's the Apple Watch. That's what we're giving away today. So here's an Apple Watch. Now, your microphone doesn't have to work for you to be given this. Are you kidding? No, I'm not kidding. We do this daily. I kid you not. This is daily. I don't know why Hold My Hand Wholesale isn't bigger than it is. This is just one of the really cool things that we do. It's just one of the really cool things that we do. Go spread the word. So yeah, let me see what kind of Apple Watches we have today. These are all straight from Apple, sent to your doorstep, nothing fake. That's why I was unhappy that it landed on that, because most of those prizes cost me anywhere from $20 to $40, but this one is a lot more than that. Okay. All right. Noah, all we need is a name, address, and phone number to DM this to you, okay? So, or DM that to me. I just DM'd you. I said hi. If you DM me name, address, phone number, we will go ahead and ship you an Apple Watch, and I will send you a confirmation of the order as well. Okay. I'm going to add a new address. I just need his info, add new address. Just go ahead and can you send it to Norway? Oh, okay. If you're in Norway, we need to send you a cash prize. If you're in Norway, I don't have a way to ship you an Apple Watch to Norway. So if you're in Norway, I'll tell you what, I'll send you $100 cash instead. We'll send you $100 cash instead. I save a little bit of money there. So do you have PayPal? Do you have PayPal? You use PayPal? And okay, give me your PayPal and I'll pay you, okay? I need the giveaway too. Well, dude, it's daily and Hold My Hand Wholesale. It's to try to incentivize people to show up to class, man. I also have Wise. I don't use Wise, unfortunately. But I do have PayPal. I do use PayPal. Okay, and then all I need is the email. I do see that email and PayPal. What is this currency? KR? What is KR as currency? You are getting 900 KR. I don't know what KR is. Norwegian kroner? Okay. Giveaway. I just sent you $100. Indicate whether or not you got that. It just said, just in case anybody's like, you didn't do it. I literally just did. I literally just did right there. $100. He says he's getting sushi. Great. Well, there's $100 for you. You know, just made $10 on the exchange. Great. Well, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna be live tomorrow. I appreciate you. God, what the hell is that going on in the chat? I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Was it leg day? No, it wasn't. I actually didn't go to the gym today. I have a new split. It's 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. So I didn't know gym today. But I might go play some ping pong right now for a little bit of cardio. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wow, 4 hours and 6 minutes live. Guys, I will catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.